So today we are going to go on a tour of Portola Springs from a client point of view. So this is essentially what we do on our first meeting. We go around, we look at the community, I point out all the amenities, and we tour homes, tour new constructions, and get a feel of kind of what it would be like to live here. Right now there are a few new construction communities coming in this area that are amazing, but things are kind of on hold right now. So if you're looking to get into new construction in Portola, you might need to wait a few months for things to kind of settle down. Irvine Pacific is currently selling off all of their properties to new builders. So there are a lot of exciting opportunities coming with new builders. I know a lot of people find it to be a little scary that they're selling all of their projects, but it's purely just a financial decision. And I think it's exciting to have new builders in here since Irvine Pacific has pretty much built all of Portola Springs. So kind of getting those new ideas and designs in here will change things up a little bit, and I think it's kind of what we need here in Portola. Right now we are driving in Portola by the new communities of Cielo and Azul. These are both the largest homes here in Portola. Cielo is going to be closer to starting around 3,500 square feet and up, 4 to 5 bedrooms. There are a lot of view lots here, which is hard to find and come by here in Irvine, but as you can see, construction has halted here. Sales have halted. Sales offices are closed currently until the new builders come in. So if getting into new construction is something that you're interested in, I highly recommend reaching out right away so that we can get you on that priority list as soon as those new builders take over. We are in Portola Springs outside of Cielo. We are kind of going to take a tour and talk about what's going on here with the builder. So there's been a lot of talk about what is happening. Construction has halted. Right now Irvine Pacific is selling off all of their properties here in Portola Springs that aren't close to completion to new builders. This has nothing to do with the market. This has everything to do with a financial decision and the amount of money they can make off of this land. So if you are up here and wondering why things are just at a standstill, that is why. The new builders are set to take over in the next month or two, and those of you that were on the priority list, you want to kind of stay in touch, reach out, let me know, because there's no guarantee that you're going to stay on that list. Many of the new builders may want to start that over. They could be making changes, but this is a very exciting thing to have just kind of new ideas and a change of pace here in Irvine and Portola Springs. All right, now we are going to head over and look at the elementary schools here in Portola. Like I mentioned, there are 2 different elementary schools that service all of Portola Springs, so we will do a quick drive-by of those so you can see kind of the differences between the 2. Let's go. So it can be a little bit confusing for a lot of people that are first moving here because the 2 elementary schools, which are both kindergarten through 6th grade, are pretty close proximity to each other. So a lot of people are confused about what that means for them with where they buy. So the short answer, the easiest way to explain it, is there are 2 different parts of Portola Springs. There's the older part, which isn't that old, but it's the original Portola Springs. So Portola Springs Elementary School is for all of those, and that is pretty much from the bottom of the hill, all those homes. Then there's Loma Ridge Elementary, which was built for all of these homes up here on top of the hill, and Loma Ridge is on top of the hill. So that kind of explains the difference between the 2. But yes, you could be zoned for Loma Ridge but be closer to Portola and vice versa. It just really comes down to capacity and the amount of kids that they did not anticipate when they built out this community. Okay, so now we have come down to the bottom of the hill, so this kind of marks the division between the 2 areas. So pretty much from Majeska over, this is going to be the older part of Irvine that is home to Portola Springs Elementary School, and it kind of spans kind of across the street, all over. It's a huge area. Portola Springs Elementary School is also a huge school. It is home to over 1,200 students, I believe. But again, the community has just grown at such a rapid rate, and the amount of children in these homes is something they did not anticipate, which is why that second elementary school needed to be built here in Irvine. All right, we are now going to head up the hill from the other direction, which is what is going to kind of showcase where Loma Ridge is. So we have now crossed over Portola, and this area is kind of a great area. So a lot of these kids used to go to Portola Springs. They now have the option to go to Loma Ridge because they are on this side, and it's easier to get to school for the kids here and safer. They're not having to cross Portola Springs. So all of these homes down here have easy access up this hill to Loma Ridge Elementary School. The great thing about this area with my kids going to Loma Ridge is just seeing the community. The amount of kids walking to school, riding their bikes is so nice. You always kind of have a built-in buddy for your kids to get to and from school with. We are heading up the hill. This is now going to be the newer part of Portola Springs. This is kind of where it started when they started building up this hill with these homes here, and it expanded all the way across. So now what's left to be built for new construction is just going to be Cielo and Azul, which will have quite a few homes. And then we have Hillside, Highlands, and Bluffs, which are just finishing up their kind of phases and will be sold out very soon. So Portola Springs is kind of almost done being built here. So if it's something that's on your list to get up here and enjoy views like this every day, you might want to reach out sooner than later. We are now heading up to Loma Ridge Elementary School. This school is home to all of the homes here up on the hill. If you're buying new construction in Portola Springs, then you're definitely zoned to Loma Ridge Elementary School. This is a K-6 school. It has around 600 students and growing. They don't anticipate it going to be as big as a lot of the other schools like Portola Springs, Cypress Village, but it's growing faster than they anticipated given the amount of kids that are in these new homes. It is close proximity to all the communities, and there's just so much to explore up here. There is the community center with pickleball courts, tennis courts, soccer fields, baseball, and lots of parks. You'll see kids all the time up and down this hill, riding their bike, families walking to school. So this is just a great area to raise a family. I hope you've enjoyed learning about Portola Springs and all that it has to offer. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I live here, but I have just grown to love this community so much. We have been in numerous different areas, and Portola Springs just feels like home. So if this is somewhere that you want to also explore, reach out. There are so many other things that we haven't talked about today that I would love to share with you. If you're relocating to Irvine, please reach out and get our relocation guide with everything you really need to know about Irvine and why to call it home and maybe why not to call it home. So we are just so excited to kind of get this information out there for everybody to really understand what it's like to live here, kind of from the point of view of not a real estate agent, but somebody who lives here, somebody who raises her kids here, works here, and is constantly running back and forth from classes and schools and soccer practices. So I hope we're sharing that side of things with you, and if we can bring any more value to you and share any more information that is helpful for your move, please let us know, because others are probably looking for that information too. Thank you so much for joining us today. Stay tuned as we explore all the communities here in Irvine. If there's a specific one you want us to cover next, let us know and we'll try to get to that first. If not, we're just going to make our way through kind of the most popular communities in Irvine and then just hit them all so that you really feel like you know where to move when you're thinking about making the move to Irvine.